Shoreline beyond the glass, photographed, shaking beside untouched bitter drinks. My cold hands circle ghosts of your fingers. A battlefield went quiet long before you left. I swallowed every word that could have saved us. We loved enough to break us, but not enough to keep us whole. Your name hangs heavy in this quiet room. I waited, you didn't come back. Your shadow still leans against our bedroom doorway. Quiet rooms echo with half-finished distant conversations. Unreturned calls ring out in my tired chest. I trace your message history like fading light. You search my eyes for something already gone. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. We loved enough to break us, but not enough to keep us whole. Your laughter feels borrowed from another lifetime. I waited, you didn't come back. I watched the ocean raise the sun. Trembling breath caught between relief and breaking. Holding on felt crueler than letting go. My fault was loving you with tight hands. Our promise unraveled like smoke in night rain. I came home to rooms rearranged by your absence. Folding clothes you forgot felt like closing open wounds. A single candle shook against the window darkness. I pray for peace instead of your returning footsteps. We loved enough to break us, but not enough to keep us whole. Every photograph whispers how close we came to forever. I waited at every doorway, you didn't come back. Now I face this fading light with trembling breath, learning to walk through night without your shadow. I'll carry a quiet ending like a gentle scar. dark green. Your laughter used to live in the salt air. Now only the gold and the gray remain. I waited where the water meets the sky, whispering questions the tide will never answer. We loved each other quietly enough to break. No shouting doors, just a trembling breath. You walked away before the storm could start. We loved each other quietly enough to break. Your tired eyes kept searching empty corners, quiet rooms where our promises used to sleep. Every word between us turned to splinters. I held my tongue while you learned to leave. If I had spoken, would the cracks have softened? Our only split faster through everything fragile. We loved each other quietly enough to break. Photographs shaking when your name appears. You left your shadow folded on my bed. We loved each other quietly enough to break. The truth, but swallowed every plea. My fault lives in all the things unsaid. Too late to fix the distance I protected. The hardest goodbye sound almost gentle, like closing a door to an empty room. I watched you pack your life into that small bag. Storm clouds press low against our thin windows. You said letting go might be the kindest mercy. I nodded, pretending my heart wasn't tearing quietly. We loved each other quietly enough to break. Fading light on water where our dreams once slept. I would have held you longer at the doorway. If I had spoken before your silence answered, you didn't come back. The pier still remembers. We loved each other quietly enough to break. Sometimes love is waking alone from the sweetest dream. this tired city skin. Empty doorways glisten with someone else's warmth. I stand under this closed cafe awning alone, cold hands searching for cigarettes that are gone. Your window glows soft across the shining street. I taste your name in every trembling breath. We love too much to stay. We love too much to stay, but not enough to hold on. Your shadow flickers in every fading light. I whisper sorry to the darkened glass. We turned our days into careful conversations. Unreturned calls stacked like unopened letters inside. Photographs shaking in my tired hands at night. We slept back to back counting separate futures. If I had spoken when the silence gathered, maybe your eyes would still look like home. We love too much to stay. We love too much to stay, but not enough to hold on. Your outline lingers in each quiet room. I trace your absence on these empty walls. I still feel your breath on my shoulder sometimes. We stood so close, the distance felt endless. I would have held you longer in that doorway if I had known that was our last ordinary night. Love stayed behind while we walked away slowly. Tonight we stood inches apart, with nothing between us but rain. Your eyes were oceans of sorrow I could not carry. My fault lived softly inside the words I swallowed. Too late to save us from the truth we became. We love too much to stay. We love too much to stay, but not enough to hold on anymore. I waited, you didn't come back from that silence. Fading light gathers where our voices used to live. I walk away knowing love was never enough. I leave you there in the rain behind me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, no, no. No, 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 no. Dim light spills across our quiet kitchen floor. Cold hand wrapped around this cooling cup. Photographs shaking in my tired memory. Our carved initials fading on the windowsill. I waited for your key in the door. You didn't come back, only the night answered. We loved each other enough to let go. That sentence trembles in my mouth tonight. I would have held you longer each other enough to let go. Days blur into small talks and half smiles. Your eyes drifted past me to some distant place. Every unreturned call rang inside my chest. We whispered love while the silence grew heavier. If I had spoken when my voice was shaking, would fading light have stayed a little longer? We loved each other enough to let go. Your chair stands empty at the tiny table. I would have held you longer at the doorway. We loved each other enough to let go. Night rain walks softly down our old street. Empty doorways breathe like open unanswered questions. My thought lives quietly in the spaces between. Too late hangs heavy on every almost word. I see us laughing in windows I pass. Two ghosts waving from a life still burning. I finally understand. We were breaking, not unloving. Timing cut through us like a slow, invisible knife. We chose mercy over watching each other disappear. Our goodbye was the kindest thing we ever did. We loved each other enough to let go. Those words still echo through this quiet room. I would have held you longer at the doorway if I had spoken before the final trembling breath. Fading light showed love isn't always meant to stay. We loved each other enough to let go. In the softest dark, I let your name rest. Streetlights they go where the small forgotten shoreline too. Salty wind tastes like your name on my tongue. A rented cottage feels like a mausoleum tonight. Your laughter haunts these quiet rooms like fading light. I treasure shadow on the beating walls. Every echo whispers this was my fault. Love wasn't the bridge over our distance. Love was the question with no answer. I held you close, still you slid through. Love wasn't the bridge over our distance. stitches, not no fading goes. Cold hands in mine, nothing warm between us. You said love sits beside the cracks, not inside. I heard you speaking, but never understood the goodbye. Love was in the bridge over our distance. Love was the question with no answer. I would have held you longer, spoken through the fear. Love was in the bridge over our distance. The blackened silence while the sky burned orange. Photographs shaking in my hands, night rain at the window. Your scent on my jacket, I begged the air to keep you. You said stay in that losing yourself, not losing me. I watched the door close, realized I never really listened. Oh, no, no. Days folding into night, it's the same head circling down. Empty doorways keep replaying your soft unfinished sentences. Return calls sit like bruises on my screen. I waited, you didn't come back. I finally understood why. Love wasn't a brick over our distance anymore. Love was the question with no answer. It's too late. If I had spoken, would you still be here? I would have held you longer, loosen my frightened hands. Now I carry you almost like a fragile relic. Love wasn't the bridge over our distance. I let you go before the love could break us. Hey, oh no, 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 yeah. Cracked bench, waiting outside that old coffee door. Autumn wind tugging loose threads from my sleeve. Your shadow in the window, laughing with strangers. Ring-shaped stain, our ghosts pressed into the wood. I trace the circle, my trembling breath inside it. If I had spoken, would you still be here? We loved so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. Your last soft whisper still hangs in this air. We loved so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. I waited, you didn't come back. Mornings unraveling, fingers in the fading light. Closed words slipping into that careful quiet. Your guarded eyes hiding somewhere I couldn't reach. Promises replayed like photographs taken in night rain. I held the silence like it might save us. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. We loved so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. Your trembling voice saying love can't carry everything. We loved love so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. I waited, you didn't come back. Empty doorways learn the shape of my return. Unreturned calls ringing out in the quiet rooms. I walk our streets, the city refuses to answer. No one to blame, just two hearts out of rhythm. Some breaks stay broken, even under gentle hands. You said you loved me, your eyes already leaving. Daylight slipped away, taking the last warm pieces. I felt us cracking, slow fracture under hopeful fingers. We sat together, knowing goodbye was the kind of mercy we loved so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. Cold hands letting go in a falling light. Your final words still echo through these quiet rooms. I fold our memories like fragile paper boats downstream. We loved so fiercely, but it wasn't enough. I waited, you didn't come back. I closed this door softly. Before it closes me. Fading light on the water holds a shadow still, where the bench, empty space, where shoulder was. Cold hands in my pockets, breathing salt and regret. I talk to the air, like you might answer. I waited, you didn't come back. Every wave repeats what I never said. Love was here, but it wasn't enough. I would have held you longer. Love was here, but it wasn't enough. Our future whispered, then fell into the tide. Quiet room where our laughter used to linger. Conversations turned to careful negotiations inside. Your eyes look past me towards some distant shore. My touch met a cold wall, not your heart. I waited inside that silence you carried. My fault was believing devotion could close the distance. Love was here, but it wasn't enough. I would have held you longer. Love was here, but it wasn't enough. We watched a map of us slowly disappear. Night rain on the windows, photographs shaking in my hands. Our chip coffee mug still warming empty mornings. If I had spoken before the light went out, would your trembling breath have stayed with mine? Or were we always breaking in slow motion? That last night, our hands hovered inches apart in surrender. Your voice barely louder than the humming refrigerator. You said we loved too fiercely to ever stay whole. I felt the truth land heavier than any goodbye. Love was here, but it wasn't enough anymore. I would have held you longer, even as we drowned. Love was here, but it wasn't enough to save us. Empty doorways echo with unreturned calls and almost. I waited in the wreckage of our fading light. You didn't come back. I learned to release you. I walk away, whispering your name into the wind. Into the wind. Cracked wooden steps beneath my tired shoes tonight. Salt on my lips, night rain waiting offshore. Fading light turns the water into melted glass. Your photograph shaking softly in my cold hands. If I had spoken when your eyes turned away, would your trembling breath have stayed in this room? We love too much to stay. Not enough to save the space between. Your name hangs quiet in the empty doorway. We love too much to stay. Late nights bled into mornings without a word. Unreturned calls echo inside these quiet rooms. Endless apologies sounded like lines we memorized. You're back to the window. You whispered love isn't enough. I waited for a reason to finally beg, but my my throat, close around every broken promise. We love too much to stay. Not enough to save the space between. Your shadow lingers on the side of our bed. We love too much to stay. A thought holding tight might keep you from drifting. Didn't see us fading, only felt you disappear. My fault lives in every pause we never filled. Some stories end without a fight or villain, just two tired hearts stepping back from the edge. I walked that abandoned pier weeks after you were gone. Night rain stitched the horizon where our summers used to live. I traced each worn plank like the years we wasted together. Realized we lost ourselves trying to hold what slipped away. We love too much to stay. I finally believe that now. Not enough to save the space between our breaths. I would have held you longer if I had known. I waited, you didn't come back through that empty doorway. Your fading light still colors every corner of the silence. We love too much to stay. Cracked steps beneath me, fading light on the water. Night wind threads through my thinning hair. Your laughter once lived in this salty air. Now only quiet waves remember your name. I pull my jacket close around this trembling breath, trying to hold together what already slipped away. We love with open hands, but the tide pulled us apart anyway. Your smile still burns along this distant horizon. I waited here, you didn't come back. The water keeps your echo, never your footsteps, never your footsteps. I watched you sleeping through those storm-stained nights, tracing your face with eyes afraid to blink. If I had spoken, would the walls have cracked? Or were we breaking long before the sound? Your folded note still shakes in my cold hands. Every unread sentence heavier these empty doorways no more than I do. The night you left, I watched your taillights bleeding. I almost called, my voice drowned in my throat. Love sat between us, too heavy to carry. No shattered vows, just silence choosing for us. Sometimes love is a beautiful failure we survive. Days blurred into weeks, this pier becoming my quiet confession. I replay us not to heal, just to understand. Holding on kept me standing in the same cold doorway. Letting go feels like loss, but also a fragile mercy. We love with open hands, but the tide pulled us apart anyway. I see now my fault in every unreturned call and silence. If I had spoken, I might have held you longer. Yet our drifting hearts were already leaving the harbor. Your absence is a wound, and still a gentle teacher. Some stories fade like night rain over open water. I rise from the steps, carrying only what I can. Sometimes loving you was the hardest goodbye. I held on to echoes, you slipped from my side. Night rain on the harbor, photographs shaking inside. Sometimes loving you was the hardest goodbye. Your last words still linger, gentle edges turned to stone. You said love wasn't enough, we were breaking alone. Quiet rooms grew between us, unreturned calls every night. Every compromise cut deeper, stealing pieces of our life. If I had spoken sooner, if I had stayed, would your heart have softened or still walked away? Sometimes love watched our reflection drown in the rising tide. The marina kept our secrets, ours too heavy to hide. Sometimes loving you was the hardest goodbye. I tried to be the man your eyes remembered, but some fractures stay no matter how tender. I would have held you longer through fading light. Still we slipped apart in the safest night. Love doesn't always heal, it sometimes just survives. Under the first pale star, I finally felt the distance. Our names undreaded slowly from every stubborn instance. I saw our holding hope kept you tied to my sorrow, so I let you go in silence and step toward tomorrow. Sometimes loving you was the hardest goodbye. Now your shadow walks beside me, but never replies. I carry quiet sorrow where your laughter used to lie. Night rain writes our story on the darkening sky. I waited, you didn't come back, and I know why. Sometimes loving you was the hardest goodbye. Walk away softly, leaving our ghost by the water. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Fog window, my finger tracing circles that disappear. Morning light, fading light, crawling through our quiet room. You were sleeping on the couch, face turned away. Love felt like pages written in a language forgotten. We moved through days like strangers, rehearsing old lines. Every word we spared you cost us something. We loved too much to hold on, we loved too little to stay. Photographs shaking inside my trembling breath. Tonight, I waited in the doorway. You were already gone. Empty doorways, unreturned calls, nights spent in separate corners. Your cold hand slipped from mine without even trying. We spoke in half-truths, each sentence hiding softer wounds. Our laughter echoed thin, like it belonged to someone else. I watched your eyes go distant, like night rain on glass. If I had spoken sooner, would you have turned back? We loved too much to hold on, we loved too little to stay. Our promises flickered like tired lights above the street. I waited in the hallway. You didn't come back. On the rooftop alone, the city would not answer. Distant windows glowed indifferent to our unraveling. I breathed in bitter smoke, exhaled every unsaid apology. Realized love is not a bridge, just a fragile mirror. My fault was silence, pretending distance was just weather. When I came back down the stairs, the room felt hollow. Your scent lingered soft in the air, like a fading song. A folded note waited, gentle words closing our unfinished chapter. Sometimes love opens a door, then quietly walks away. We love too much to hold on, we love too little to stay. I trace your name in dust, my hands are shaking. Quiet rooms confess the truth, we never whispered aloud. If I had held you longer, time would still break us. I waited in the wreckage, you didn't come back. In the fading light, I learned to miss you softly. Quiet room, ceiling fan humming over tired air. Framed photographs, sun-soaked sky, our younger faces laughing. The light in our eyes feels so far now. I touch the glass, my cold and leave nothing. We love so softly, cracks grew unnoticed. By the time we looked up, we were gone. We love too deeply to stay, not deeply enough to hold on. Night rain taps where your voice used to be. I call your name, the silence of me. Talks bleeding into trembling breath moaning. Apologies stacked like chairs in an empty hall. We circled the same unspoken bruises again. I waited for saving words, they never came. Love wasn't broken, we were breaking around it. Too late to fix what we wouldn't name. We love too deeply to stay, not deeply enough to shaking in my half-steady hands tonight. Every smile a doorway I can't step through. Small suitcase by your side. No goodbye, just your eyes already walking away. I reached out, you stepped back like fading light. My fault lives there, between our hands not touching. If I had spoken, would you have stayed, or only shattered slower in the same quiet? Now I wander this place, counting empty doorways and quiet rooms. Your scent still clings to a scarf on the chair. Unreturned calls echo only inside my chest now. I finally see love wasn't the answer, just a question. We love too deeply to stay, not deeply enough to hold on. I would've held you longer if time had listened, but timing is cruel, it writes endings without permission. I waited, you didn't come back through that empty door. Some loves fade to whispers, mine stays and haunts the dark. Dawn breaks slow, and I let your shadow go. Late sun on the pier, shadows over calm water, cold hands in my pockets, trembling breath in my throat. Empty benches remember us, laughing against the night rain. I still love you, but the thread finally tore. Our words once moved like ties around our feet. Now every sentence stalls, crashing in the shallow. We love like fire and rain. We love like fire and rain. I waited, you didn't come back. Love was burning, but the ground kept breaking. We love like fire and rain. In that quiet apartment, photographs shaking in my hands. Your frozen smile stayed bright while ours slowly faded. Unreturned calls ringing out in those quiet rooms. I reach for you, only touching my own fear. I tried to bridge the distance with late confessions, but every tender word arrived one heartbeat late. We love like fire and rain. We love like fire and rain. I waited, you didn't come back. Love was burning, but the ground kept breaking. We love like fire and rain. last shirt, suitcase by the doorway, your shoulders barely breathing. You whispered love isn't enough, and my world tilted. If I had spoken sooner, would your hands have stayed? I would have held you longer until the storms passed. Now your scent clings softly to the quiet corners. Each room is a question I can't answer anymore. I walk through empty doorways, carrying our unfinished sentences, learning love needs more than wanting you to stay. We love like fire and rain, and the earth still shattered. We love like fire and rain, burning bright then washing away. I waited, you didn't come back to these quiet rooms. My fire lives in every pause, every swallowed word. I would have held you longer if I had spoken. We love like fire and rain, and I'm standing in the ash in the fading light. I finally let you go.
Night rain taps slow against this tired window. Your side of the bed holds only fading light. Cold hands on my chest feel like your absence. Unreturned calls sleeping quietly inside my phone. I almost dilute and swallow the trembling breath. Every word feels like it's already too late. We loved each other well, but not enough. Those photographs shaking still don't make us stay. I waited in quiet rooms, you didn't come back. We loved each other well, but not enough. We began in heat that burned through every shadow, laughing in sunlight like nothing could fracture. Arguments softened and hardened into brutal silence. I tried fixing us, only cut myself open. If I had spoken sooner, would you be here? Or were we always walking toward this doorway? We loved each other well, but not enough. Your voice saying I'm scared still haunts the night. I waited in quiet rooms, sentence. Love was never the absence of pain for us, only this unbearable void neither one could fill. I watched the future dissolve in your breathing. Now I sit by the glass, watching that rain erase footprints. The city keeps moving, indifferent to our fracture. I finally see we were only the beginning. Letting you go feels like the last kind thing. We loved each other well, but not enough, not enough to cross the distance between our fears. I waited at empty doorways with my cold hands. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. Your silence still echoes down these quiet rooms. We loved each other well, but not enough. In the fading light, I whisper your name softer.
Cracked wooden bench by the fading light, salt on the wind, your perfume on my collar. We moved for years like a worn out dance. Cold hands now, where did our rhythm go? Empty doorways, where our laughter used to live. Counted breaths, you counted reasons to leave. We were two hearts holding on to a love not enough. Night rain remembers what I tried to forget. We were two hearts holding on. Harbor town still whispers our old forever. Photograph shaking when your name hits my mouth. Quiet rooms echo with every word I swallow. I waited here, you didn't come back. You said love wasn't the problem, just not the cure. I watched the light fade from everything we promised. We were two hearts holding on to a love not enough. Fading light on the water, our plans washed in. We were two hearts holding on. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? If I had listened, would you have breathed easier? My fault sits heavy in these quiet nights. Too late to mend what silence slowly shattered. I would have held you longer. You needed to be free. I feel your absence sitting beside me on this bench. Your shadow walks the shoreline just out of reach. Love didn't die, it just couldn't carry our weight. I finally see the bridge between us was breaking. We were two hearts holding on to a love not enough anymore. I trace our names in dust, then let them fade. I waited for miracles, time only watched us drown. You found your freedom, I found myself in the wreckage. We were two hearts holding on. In the quiet, after you, I learned to